It's hotting up now in the games today. Some big ones. And transfer time. And another important thing that we have to get on. So yeah, hotting up. A lot like the roof of my mouth. Because I've just eaten like spicy KFC things. You guys don't want to know that. Let's jump back to Hartlepool. As yes guys, welcome back to episode number 8 of season number 2 of the Hartlepool United career mode, and there was a spoiler just there, hopefully you didn't see it, but if you haven't done already, you should have seen the last episode anyway to catch up for this one. A big howler in one game and a little bit of a struggle, but I am going to spoil it right here. Switch to the other side, we have regained our spot at the top of the league by 3 points, still not the 7 the episode before. So there's actually 2 spoilers there, but you should be subscribed with a notification bell as well to tell you about it, as the fixtures last time out were not kind to us. 2 wins in the entirety of December when there was some easy games in there as well. As today we've got 2 weeks, and these 2 weeks are going to be used for contracts and signings. More so contracts, because we are top of the league and we want to keep players here, as Oxford United are the first game we play away from home. They're struggling this year. Same with Doncaster, but it's in the same week as Northampton. They're struggling, and Portsmouth. So only the 4 games today. I think it's going to be 2 played 2 simulated or 3 played 1 simulated. I don't know. It depends on how long the contracts take, as I'm going to show you the contract list. Showed you in the last episode. They're all in the red zone, these players. And we don't want to let every single one of them go. I don't want to sign every single one up though, because we do have a huge squad. But I do want to keep some here. I think it might be a little bit obvious who I want to keep here. So we're going to start. It looks like the lists are already made in order of importance from bottom to top, because Marinovic is the first one. Yes, Norwood's there as well. And of course I do want to sign Norwood up. But Marinovic has been so crucial this year. It is unreal. So he's going to be the first up, as we are going to step this up. I think he's on crucial already, but we're going to offer a crucial role to Stefan Marinovic again, see if he takes that, as he does. And he wants a 1-year contract extension. It's something. We can think about it next year, because he is 31. Keepers do last longer, but 31 is still quite old, as we could get younger ones. And his wage, I'm going to offer exactly the same. He's on a high one at the moment, but will he stay on the same one? He will. At least we're keeping his keeper. That was the most important thing for me, as the list orders changed, but not the order I've got in my head. James Norwood is into my office next, as here he is, 32-year-old this one, and to be fair, he's not been himself. Well, I won't say he's not been himself, but he hasn't been the form he was on last year. Maybe that was just a one-off, as he wants no extension. I know he's old, so I'm going to offer him a 1 year, but I do want him to be here for a bit longer, as disregard that release clause and the wage. Let's boost it up a little bit. Why not? He is a vital player. 3.6. He might even want more than that. But no, he's happy, as the 2 vital players are out of the way. Now, I'm thinking about signing 3 more of these up. You might be able to guess who they are. And then I'm going to leave the rest of them to see if they find new clubs. If they do, well done to them. If they don't, I might sign him up or I might not. But the first one I want to go for is Bogle, if he takes a rotational role. It does know that he's got Butterworth and, yes, Norwood in front of him, and he does accept that. He takes rotational. Love Omar Bogle. As we'll give him a 2-year contract. He's 29. He's going into his 30s, but can keep him here for a little bit longer. And he's rotational, so we'll understand he doesn't play as much as he has been doing in them 2 years to come. And we'll give him a little bit of a wage increase. Why not? 3k. Bogle stays. As actually, I think I'll leave it at 1 more for now. Or do I even do that? I was thinking McLaughlin and I was thinking Houlihan. I'll reveal them to you right now. But 31-year-old and 31-year-old are not really playing important and crucial roles. We'll see if we can sign anyone better, but if not, they might stay. As we'll skip on a bit in these 2 weeks and see if we actually get any transfer offers coming in, because even though they are out of contract, I think people can still offer money for them, and that's what I'm going to hope they do, as we need to actually think about signings ourselves as well. Maybe not free ones this time, as there is one team in particular I think I want to rob of signings. Now, they're in the division below, but really shouldn't be there. Just waiting for scout reports back on them as we're going to simulate closer to our first game today. And we do have an off room right here, but it's for one of our players that I'd rather have on loan. It's Sepsi OSK in for Pierre Kamara. Now, can we delegate this? Well, we can't really delegate to a loan, so I'm going to have to reject that. It's just a little frustrating that players that are on the loan list, I'm willing to accept to go out on loan, just always get actual transfer offers in for them, as I've put more players on the loan list, including Esri Bateman, but I'm going to try and make that half a year, and Matt Ingram, as Swansea City in the league above want to try and get him on loan. Oh, well, we've already accepted one, of course, for VAFC, but we'll delegate this just to a normal short-term loan, because I'm guessing he's going to be a backup. So that will be a good move. But before we can see if anyone wants them, we have our first game of today. Oxford away, which I think's got to be a played one. Plymouth, Portsmouth, should I say, are high up. Then we've got them. Northampton are below these, and Doncaster in the relegation zone. So it's decided who we're playing, and Oxford are one of them, as I probably should go through the team, shouldn't I? Stupid me. Marinovic is in goal, Bolton at right wing back, Tavazoli, Staunton, Raggett, Danny Andrew at the left with Forner, Valakari now over Keshi Anderson, and Josh Harrop on the left with Butterworth and Norwood, the duo up front. And Oxford's team, good stadium as well. Good choice to play this, as it's Jack Stevens, Sam Long, Elliot Moore, Luke McNally, Steve Seddon and Alex Goring. Now Steve Seddon's a striker, isn't he? And he's playing at left back with Hendry and McGuane, Williams, Phaeton and Cooper. As don't ask me why, but I seem to have a little bit of a soft spot for Oxford Stadium in real life, even though I've actually never been. It just looks funny, doesn't it? It's like three big pieces of stadium, three big stands, should I say, and then one car park, as Harrop with the ball right there onto Butterworth. That's a decent back heel, if Norwood's on it, which he is. And it's a good save, very good back heel that, and good move to get the shot off with, as the corner's a good one, and Cooper with the head away. Early bit of pressure, but just not paying off for us right there, as Steve Seddon got to get at him. I swear he's a striker. I don't know Oxford's team well, but I'm sure he is not a left back. He might be. I might just completely be wrong there, as Hendry gives it on to Williams. That was a misplaced pass. Tyrese Forner should have jumped in, as Long going down the wing. Good tackle from Danny Andrew, though, and we'll try and set off. It's Butterworth. Chipped over the top for Norwood to get on to McNally. Dodgy touch. Can't jump on it, as Hendry running at us right here. Headed away. Sean Raggett with it, as Harrop across the field into Oni Valakari. Terrible touch, though. He's back in the team for Keshi Anderson. Needs to prove himself to be better than that, as Phaeton onto McGuane round the corner. It's a pass back inside, as they're building a bit of momentum, but Seddon with a bad pass. Valakari makes up for his earlier mistake, as we'll try and run at them right here, but tackled again. Henry to run at us. Rodriguez now into McGuane. And we'll try and still go for it. Cooper now back out to Seddon. It's a 1-2 into the box. And a goal kick. And McGuane to run with the ball right here, as he gives it across into Henry. And Henry goes for a shot this time. And it's blasted into the roof of the net from the Oxford captain. And what a goal that one is. We are now 1-0 behind in this terrible run of form that we're in. And we cannot stop conceding screamers. Every single one that goes in flies into that top bin, as the newly signed up Marinovic cannot stop that one. Just no chance. Absolutely no chance, as we've got to try and fight to get back in the game. James Henry has now put us behind, as we've only got 5 minutes before half-time, as well as Valakari hacked down. Rough tackle, very rough, as that free kick was even rougher. Rushed a little bit to get alive before half-time, as might have even given them a lifeline to get a second. It's into Henry again, dominating the game, into Phaeton through that gap. Bolton to just come in and easily block it, though, as we'll get some good passing going. Very nice. Valakari now onto Forner, and Tyrese Forner, the defensive midfielder, to run straight into McNally, as at the break it's woeful. 1-0 down to a screamer, but we've just not done well enough attacking-wise. Gotta do better. And Henry with a ball at his feet right here, as he doesn't know where to go at the start of this second half. Forner with an easy block, as he's the one running the play, but terribly doing so. It's because, of course, no Mo Adams, who usually is our ticking bomb in that midfield, does really, really well. Keeps everything just booming as Rodriguez with a pass to Conor Brannigan. It's out wide into Cooper. Got to block him off. Don't want them getting another crossing us. That's another rough tackle on Valakari again. Fed up of them ganging up on him as Norwood going for one of them lofted balls again. And it's going to land to Dan Butterworth off his chest. Volley was awkward. And Elliot Moore has handled it. A lifeline from the penalty spot once again. As sometimes it just proves. Take a shot. Might hit a hand. Might stand a chance. As we're going to take this now. It's going to be... Is it going to be Norwood? Did he score his last one? I don't know. Butterworth did, though. So we'll give it to Dan Butterworth. Just to down the middle. And it's stopped by Stevens. We will stay 1-0 down. Terrible, terrible penalty as Josh Harrop with a corner. Instantly try and get something from that, though. Butterworth will be gutted. Really bad penalty as Tyrese Forner round the corner into Butterworth. And Butterworth to run with it here. Valakari making an option. He's been fouled all game. And now he gets his revenge. Struck across net. Oni Valakari squares the game up. We should be staying top as it's a good ball through. Look at that. Just makes a cheeky little run and blasted across into that side netting. Oni another one to get in front. Hopefully you understood the pun in there as Bodin. Oh, skips past us. Hang on. Oh my days. How have they walked through us? Marinovic with a great save though. But that was way too easy for them as they're going to get a corner ball. Taking the number 8 shorter and Henry straight into Conor Brannigan. Round the corner. Bodin can't get there. McNally, he's going to try and shoot and we've got a tackle in. Josh Harrop straight into Tyrese Forner who's going to try and run away with this now. Into Anderson. Keshi Anderson blocked off. Still, we're going to try and go really quick. We've still got 10 minutes. But that might have been a chance. Not making the most of it though as Long on to Rodriguez. Really could do with a win. Not another 1-1 draw as Norwood with his header onto Butterworth. And Dan Butterworth finds Harrop. Josh Harrop now. I saw the run at this side. And it's Norwood on it. Butterworth making a decent run. He can get his head on that. And he can score yet another late winner. Hopefully, still time to go in this, but Dan Butterworth makes up for his missed penalty with a glorious leap. When you win titles, it's all about getting your luck, and we have got it big time. Crossed into the back post, headed on, and the keeper in no man's land. 2-1 from 1-0 down. Just a little bit more of a push, and we should be good as Moore with a pass into Bodin. Don't let them do this to us. Don't let them even put nerves inside my stomach as Long. Onto Rodriguez, onto McNally. Sam Winnall's come on, a new striker, which we've got to be aware of. As their goal scorer Henry gives it out to Williams on this wing. Around the corner to Bodin. 3 added minutes is enough as Ferguson just come off the bench. Darren Ferguson, what a tackle. As they just try and snap us straight away. As that ball's onto Norwood to chase. Not got there, but the final whistle should be looming, and it is blown as it's an away 3 points against Oxford. They're not doing that well in the league. The bottom half of the table, but that was a big one. A good team on paper. 2-1. Butterworth is the man as the gap at the top of the league is 5 points. So it's gone up because Barnsley must have drawn one, which is very nice. As to be fair, we've got under half of the games to go, and I haven't been paying attention as much as I probably should have done. We're closing in. We'll just keep this gap and we should be good, as we'll accept that loan for Samuel Ingram from Swansea. Championship rotational player now, as we're at home to bottom of the league next as well, Doncaster Rovers. And this should be an easy 3 points, but it didn't happen against Lincoln, who must not be bottom anymore, as the same team is up. If a team's winning on the field, why the heck change it? So, simulated game, they look a little bit more up for it than us maybe, and it's proven so because they've beaten us 2-1. I wasn't about fitness, and we've dominated the game. Forner with a goal for us, but then Taylor and Okinabernie with a goal with 10 minutes to go, as we've lost the bottom of the league at home in a simulated game. I hate these things! Awful, 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 as the gap is now 2. Barnsley could go above us if we lose the next game, as we've got offers in for players right here. First one, loan deal to buy, which has definitely not happening. A normal loan, please, for Ezra Bateman. As Stefan Marinovic, not even 1 million for the man, because probably he's old, but no way is he leaving. Al Nassr need to put gas in the car and go away, because they are not signing our goalkeeper, as we'll simulate to the next game. Still thinking about transfers, and still not getting scout reports back. I thought we had good scouts. As finally we've got 2. One is a permanent player at Exeter called Josh Key. Always get him on Football Manager, and he's the key at right wing back. That was so funny, I'm going to remove him from the list just for that reason. As Corey Smith is the other one, free agent, 31-year-old. We had this guy in my last save for half a year, and I'm thinking about making it a full year by giving him another half in this save. 31-year-old, can just be that replacement till Mo Adams comes back. I don't really want to take him on next season, if that's in the Championship or League One, hopefully. The first one, as we'll see what we can do. As of course I do rate Mo Adams, and I do want him to be the first choice. And Tyrese Forner I do rate, but he's just not here yet. He's not at the level I want him to be, so we'll offer him 1 year. That should be expiring at the end of this, or maybe it goes towards the next half of next season. But I don't think I'll be renewing this, although he's taking a decent wage cut. Still wants that signing on bonus that I'll leave. As Corey Smith joins to be that midfielder. Just for a while, basically just going to act as a lone player, as he's just got that physicality. Well, I mean, Tyrese Forner has better physicality, but he's more well-rounded. Let's say that, shall we? And of course, can go forward a little bit, which that CDM role, for some reason, is doing a lot. He's going forward. Mo Adams started scoring goals for a little while before he got injured, so we've got this loan deal to accept for Ezra Bateman, 2 years. But of course, we can recall, as we'll let him go out as Schalke. Schalke want James Norwood. Now, Schalke are a second division team. So, yeah, James Norwood not having the best of seasons in, of course, a Hartlepool shirt. Not as good as last year. But I want to keep him in England, so he's not going to Schalke. I'll put my foot down on that one, as it's the final game of today. Another played one, which is Pompey. We play Pompey, as that Northampton game must have been rescheduled. I have no idea why. Maybe they've gone far in the cup, but it's right at the end of May. The last game of the season it's been moved to, which is weird. So, I guess this might be a bit shorter than usual, because we've only got 3 games today. And Portsmouth, another big stadium, which is actually in-game, Fratton Park. Alex Bass in goal, Callum Johnson, Clark Robinson, Paul Downing, Louis Thompson in the defence with Tunnicliffe and Oglive. I got told how to say that in the comments, but I've already forgot. I'm so sorry. With Fraser Harness, Ronan Curtis, Joe Morrell and John Marquis. I know the rest of the team, I won't forget them, as let's see what we can do against these. And of course we have their ex-centre-back right on the ball right here, Sean Raggett, as we do want to run them a bit ragged ourselves. Danny Andrew with a good cut inside, pass straight into Harrop. Want a bright start from us this time. And of course the team for ourselves is what I showed you before, just Corey Smith changing for Forner, no other changes. Don't ye worry, as Joe Morrell with the ball in the middle of the park trying to put it over. Fraser Harness has knocked Danny Andrew to the ground, even though Danny Andrew was the one putting the tackle in, as Johnson with a back heel straight onto John Marquis round the corner. Good passing, Marquis again on it. Fraser Harness, chip in the middle. Tavazzoli has handled it. I thought he'd done well to block it. No, touched the ball with the palm of his hand. Or maybe not the palm, but he's touched the ball. How's it worked? It's basically the palm, he's kneed it onto it. Great start this, as Portsmouth with the penalty kick. And it's another save. Marinovic. Everyone goes to the right footers to the right, and that's a big voice break, as we're going to try and stop this from going in as well. Header, please. Not from them. We need to win a header. It's gone in from the penalty taker straight away. We saved the pen. The score, the corner. John Marquis. John Marquis not being marked up, as that was a very bad excuse for a pun. Marinovic, no chance, 1-0 down again. Need to find a way to try and turn this form around, as Callum Johnson cuts inside. Don't know where he's going, but he's passed it into Joe Morrell right here, to the edge. Oglive it, now onto Morrell. Across back into the midfielder, trying to get a tackle in, but Portsmouth doing very well at home with a loud crowd, as that's a terrible challenge from the ex-Pompey player himself, Raggett, as it's onto the edge. Morrell, they're toying with us. They are actually toying with us. Marquis slips the ball through and Bolton just gets it. Had to get that pass right as well because they almost got it as Corey Smith brought him in to be the calm head. Loses the ball when they're attacking us and doesn't even get that away as Morel across. Fraser Harness. Good job he's off. Could have been very dangerous as they're still going to continue to run at us. Joe Morel. Tavazzoli, what are you playing at? Blocked. Marinovic just got there, but Ryan Tavazzoli. What is the big defender doing? He is not having a good game right here as Valakari. Can we get a counter? Not the right player, and he's off. Disgraceful as Curtis now. What's Curtis going to do with it? He's going to play a 1-2. Dodged. Curtis doesn't get to the ball that time though, so it's going to be a goal kick. Luckily enough for us, but Marinovic, what are you doing? Big save. He's really redeemed himself, but it was a bad mistake to start with. There's another corner for Portsmouth. We are under the cosh. We haven't attacked ourselves this game, as that corner's a bad one at least. Norwood to try and run away with this, and James Norwood is going to do what James Norwood should be doing most games and run. As please be onside. He is. It's Butterworth. An attack right here on a counter. Good ball in the middle. Josh Harrop. 1-1. Very against the run of play, but never missing that. Josh Harrop strikes it into the back of the net. Look at this. Just kept on running. Cut inside. Passed into Josh Harrop and through number 4 and the goalkeeper to make it all square. I'll repeat what I've been saying most of this season, even when we weren't top. You just need that luck to stay as a good team in this division, as that's a good ball in. Oh, I don't know what he was trying. Number 34, I think it's Harrop again, who's clutching his shoulder. Of course, when we sign another midfielder, we've got one go down as they're going to play on. That's a bit harsh. Why are they playing on just before half-time when we've got a man down? Not fair. Tackle. I mean, that's as fair as they're playing, so we'll deal with that. Callum Johnson goes into the corner. Went for another one. It's a bit feisty now. It's very feisty. Sean Raggett trying to tackle Morel. Morel with a chip into Fraser. Big save. And it's fallen back to him just before half-time. We've got 10 men. They're still attacking. And Curtis scores. Of course he does. We haven't got one of our players. They're in their box injured and they still play on. Pompey controversially in front. Have they deserved it? Yes, but not in these circumstances. It's all over the place. We're just scrapping to defend it and it's blasted in to the roof of the net. Don't like the way they've took that on. Talking about luck, as it's told us to take him straight off as well. Harrop is permanently injured from that tackle, as Keshi Anderson's going to go in. It wasn't a tackle as well, were it? It was the stupid acrobatics that I made him do. Big half ahead of us, and of course, I really don't like the way they've just took that lead. Not good. Not good as Marquis. Come on. Let's try and step it up ourselves again, shall we? It's into Norwood. Valakari gets a touch on that. Butterworth gets a touch on that. And can it be instant straight after half-time? Can we get level? Big save, Alex Bass. Very good save as the ball still falls back to us somehow. Danny Andrew doing very well to keep this alive. He's been good today. Probably our most shining player, as Norwood doesn't know really where to go, but does keep the ball well, the striker. Now the pass is off to Keshi Anderson, who's come on now, and Corey Smith. Can he turn provider here? Decent ball, not quick enough on it. Thought Butterworth would have made a run. However, we win the header, and Dan has another chance. Tackled this time, though, because he's just not at the races today. Don't know what's up with him. Curtis across to Morel. It's on to Marquis. He tried to put a tackle in and missed him, as they're still going to come at us. Chipped over the top. Callum Johnson weaving his way through. Not getting anywhere, though. And that's a rough tackle from Sean Raggett. He's walking against his former club. The captain is gone. We're down to 10, even though we're behind. Not a good challenge. So that's his first red card in a while, but it's definitely not welcome in the circumstances. He's let his team down here against his former team. He's still a spy for him, as Corey Smith's going to run away with this one. Chip over the top. And Keshi Anderson is onside here. It's a big chance. Keshi Anderson has put it wide. He's been on form, off form, and I thought he was going to be back on it there, but a terrible miss. Simply could not afford to miss like that, as Butterworth to continue running. He's going to chip that over to the fullback Danny Andrew, and can he deliver a good ball? Been doing it all game. It's a good save. A very good save from Alex Bass, but that header should have been anywhere else but at him, as they're going to, of course, try and counter every opportunity they get as well, with us being down players as it's cut out. Tavazzoli, please get there. No, Marquis with it. Can we get that? Tavazzoli, good job. Norwood now across to Keshi Anderson. And it's into Dan Butterworth. Butterworth across to Valakari as we're going to try and run. Valakari. Yeah, I can't shift it across. But still, is this going to fall to us? It is. Valakari inside. No, not working. As it's now Hackett. Don't know where this guy's come from. Maybe a sub. Crossing one in. Marinovic palms that down. Takes the venom out of it. Good save. Good stop. As, come on. We're going to be better than that. Corey Smith. You're brought in to be the playmaker and not lose the ball, as that's a terrible place to lose it from Staunton. No, Staunton's one making the tackle. It's Tavazzoli, isn't it? Really not being good this game, as Smith across to Butterworth. Run through the middle from Keshi Anderson again, making the runs Hartlepool. Can't miss this one, and he does! Keshi Anderson, you're letting your team down. We could be higher at top of the league if he actually finished his chances, as it's a good corner and another good save. Tavazzoli with a chance to redeem, doesn't take it, as we've got another corner. Luke Bolton again, Butterworth, and that one's in the back of the net. 2 corners scored at that side of the field, and Dan Butterworth comes up when he needs to. Our 10 men don't give up, as that was one of the worst headers I've seen, or worst attempts of headering the ball from them, should I say, as Alex Bass has been perfect all game. Lets his guard down, easily looping over him. Great header as Marquis across. Curtis into Uglive, now on to Morel. Morel out wide. Don't let them try and attack, because of course we've still got less men. So I'd probably settle for a draw. The way the game's gone, they've probably been on top as well, but we're still going to try and counter, because that's what teams with winning mentalities do. Ola Mola now tries to return the ball onto Butterworth, and that was terrible. A bit forced, but my own fault, as no mistake, unlike Ben Amos in the last game, but the goalkeeper's kick isn't the best of all, as Valakari. Anderson, if he's onside, which I'm guessing he wasn't by the way they blew the whistle, could have been a late surprise, but not to be. A point with 10 men on the road at Pompey will settle, as the gap is back to 3, as that gap just keeps on changing. At least we're still top, but for the next games we've got players missing. That's going to be good for next episode. 1 match ban for Sean Raggett, and 2 months without Josh Harrop. If Keshi Anderson can shoot, we'd be actually okay, I think, as more scout reports back right here. And every single player we've looked at from the team, I'll reveal, is Charlton. They're in the division below, dominating League 1 or League 2. We just can't sign him. He's 70 rated in League 2 and he won't even make the jump up to League 1. He wants to go to the Championship, which is kind of fair enough, as we are top spot going into deadline day, as well as no clubs have spent any money. Is it only us making a signing? Us at top of the league making moves? They've sold Clark Harris of Peterborough, and Dawson has left Sheffield Wednesday, but they're the only things going down. As to be fair, the only things I can see going down as well is if someone leaves us. We'll save 1.5 million for next year, because next year, if we're in the Championship, we'll need the money. That's where the big jump is. From League 1 to the Championship, I would say is the biggest golfing class out of any, 2 leagues in England. So we keep on simulating. No one coming in for any of our players, which is alright, as McLaughlin's had an approach. Thought about it. Don't care about really signing him up. It only took 2 seconds to make that decision. Yeah, we'll let him leave, as we've got one more thing coming in right here. What is this? With 1 hour to go, it is McLaughlin actually leaving. So he's been a good servant, very, very good to us, whilst we, of course, we didn't win League 2, but we got promoted, so we'll let him go. As I think that may be us done for today. Although, could we fit in another simulated game? We haven't fit many in today, so we'll simulate Plymouth, shall we? And we'll get that red card out of the way straight away, so we're starting fresh, of course, tomorrow, as we're at home for this. Anderson will step in. Houlihan now back on the bench. Maglior will have to step in at centre-back, because McLaughlin's now, of course, gone. And Francis Angol right there. Oh, McLaughlin's at the back. He's right at the back of the reserves. But we'll go with Maglior anyway, because he is more of a future, of course, replacement for if Raggett was ever to leave or any of the centre-backs. So, let's stop blabbering. Let's simulate. And let's win. Omar Bogle off the bench. For once, it's not Butterworth saving us. Good to end with 3 points, as we have 3 points over Barnsley now. Good job, we won. And now we can save it for the next episode tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching this episode right here. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well if you are new around here. We upload every single day. It's not been like that for the past month or so because there's been a lot going on. But now we're back for the new year. 2022 is among us. Not the game. So I will see you all in the next one. Take care, in a bit, and peace.